What's poppin', y'all? It looks like even YourRage, who's still a part of FaZe. I keep forgetting this guy's doing his own thing. Well, I keep forgetting he's a part of FaZe because he's been doing his own thing for so long, and he doesn't live with those guys. But he's predicted PlaqueBoyMax leaving FaZe a long time ago, unintentionally. And even now, he's got something to say about it as well, whilst YourRage is still in FaZe. So I'm gonna play you guys that clip from months ago when he predicted this coming out. And there was also another person who I think alluded to maybe some reasons why PlaqueBoyMax would leave damn near a year ago. So I'm gonna play you guys that.
Had everybody's names and what they had to do. I see case even everybody had like content they wanted to do. Shit. I did not see YourRage name. All my life I did not see YourRage name. Interesting. But chat gonna get mad when I'm not a FaZe clan. Interesting. It's cool. They gonna feel it when they gonna feel it. They gonna feel it when PlaqueBoyMax get too big for this space. Dip out cause he'll rap a lot. They gonna feel it. Don't even worry about it.
Well. It looks like they're feeling it right now because PlaqueBoyMax did get too big for that FaZe stuff. Now, before PlaqueBoyMax even got in FaZe, I feel like he was already too big for it. Well, as a group, now FaZe is significantly bigger than they were before they got these guys. Kind of like the sum is more than each of his parts. I'm butchering the quote, but hey, it is what it is. You know, I'm just going off of my memory bank. It's not the greatest. Oh, actually, no. It is the greatest. It's the greatest we've got. So FaZe is, like, for example, when you think Kason, you're like, okay, it's FaZe Kason. Who the hell knows a Kason without the FaZe in front of it? Like, it's like Banks. You don't know a Banks. You know FaZe Banks, which isn't any knock on Banks because, hey, that's his brand. So if you're known by your brand, that's good. But PlaqueBoyMax, I think he was already big. But, however, I don't think PlaqueBoyMax currently is bigger than FaZe as a group, just because each of those members have really grown with multiple different audiences, too. This is why I do have a respect for how they chose everybody. Like, there was a lot of criticism for when this FaZe group first got brought together, but they're hitting a lot of different marks. Like Jason the Ween, that dude's got Asians on lock. Now, every young Asian kid is watching him. So they've got that demo. Lacey, Ronaldo, all these other guys, they've got the gamers, or they had the gamers at least, more so Ronaldo. And then you've got YourRage. He's got, I would say, not necessarily the 2K community or what was the 2K community. How alive is the 2K community right now? I remember seeing a video, was it a week or two ago, of Soluminati not too happy with 2K. That's the person that I really anchor to the 2K community. Granted, I never played NBA 2K. Actually, I don't know. Like, NBA Live 2006, I think, was the last NBA game that I played. So, you know I'm not tapped into that community. So, now, FaZe, they're gone. They're done with PlaqueBoyMax. And then YourRage gives his comments on this more recently. So, I'm going to play you guys that clip.
I would let y'all know, knowing Max, regardless of anything that went on in FaZe, talking about ownership and the percentages and shit like that, no matter what the case was, this was going to leave FaZe, bro. You're going to leave FaZe because you want to leave FaZe. Like, it doesn't matter why. Nigga just want, like, you know what I'm saying? He gonna be successful. He gonna be successful, bro. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he just gonna leave FaZe. I don't want to hear nothing about no bank chat. I don't want to hear nothing about no ownership chat. I don't want to hear nothing about nothing. He was gonna leave eventually, gang. Like, you feel me?
You right. My fault, gang, these robots.
So here, YourRage is like, yeah, this guy was going to leave. It was only a matter of time. And he doesn't seem too upset about it. YourRage doesn't seem like a guy that really gets angry about much of anything. I think the only times I've seen YourRage frustrated was when he was trying to have a conversation with Sneeko, or it turned into a debate. I think he thought he was going to have a conversation, and then it ended up turning into a debate, and he got frustrated. But other than that, the guy's usually just like performing on camera. He's living his life. The guy lives in Florida. The rest of those guys are in LA. So he's on a completely different coast from the rest of FaZe. And I do think that this PlaqueBoyMax leaving does have an effect, because even Silky was saying that he's considering moving back to New York because he doesn't feel like LA is really popping for him, and the type of content that he creates and the people that he wants to collaborate with are closer to the East Coast, like the people that he's more comfortable with. Because I do think like Silky is repping FaZe hard. Am I tripping, or does he have it tatted on him? But he's like, yo, this FaZe stuff is forever. Me, I don't know about anything that's forever that I don't own. Well, if it's true that they gave him ownership, then yeah, you might hop on that forever stuff. But if I didn't make something, ain't no such thing as forever. But some people think Max was gonna leave because it was ego. I don't think it was. It's growth. some people are going to grow big enough that they have to leave. Like, let's just say, for instance, like college athletes, right? Someone comes onto a college team, they're killing it. They've got the opportunity to go to the draft and they know they're going to be a top pick. Are they going to go to the draft and go to the NBA, or are they going to stay on that college team? Nah, they've done what they had to do at that college team. It served them. They served it. And now it's time for them to go on to the next level and make a name for themselves in the bigger leagues. Same thing with PlaqueBoyMax. Now, FaZe Clan is at the top of the leagues for streaming, and people have been comparing FaZe to AMP. And when you think of streaming groups, AMP is really at the top. And people are saying like, yo, what's going on with AMP Summer? This really ain't that lit. And summer is prime time for these guys' audiences, high school, college, hell, maybe even middle school audiences. I think I'm going to have hope and believe that the elementary school audiences are still watching Roblox and Minecraft YouTubers and streamers and not into these types of streamers. That's a little bit too old for them, or a little bit past their age group. Middle schoolers, that's the baddest kids are in middle school. Man, I was a terrible kid in middle school. Not terrible as in, listen, we don't care about me. Let's get back to the topic. So here, maybe the reason is what everyone's focused on. I don't think people are upset that Max left FaZe. I think people are wondering, why did you leave FaZe? And that brings in our friend, Dave Bluntz, close friend of Ye, writer of the song Cousins, and he had the following to say about Max. Well, about a year ago, or was it earlier this year? Let me play that for you guys right now.
And then he asked me to be Santa, and then I'm like, I don't know. I'm not gonna be phased out Santa Claus. What are you talking about? And then he went on his stream and he said some wild shit, bro. Said some wild shit. He was like, yeah, FaZe members came to me and said they wanted a black Santa so they can do all types of Diddy frat boy to him. Who? Me? Nah. You can't be talking about me. I don't play.
Trying to me.
I don't play those games, bro. What are you talking about? They said he was gonna try to sit on his lap and do all types of Diddy frat boy shit. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? And this shit goes deeper is because it's like he was like, I don't know why they asked me. Why do you think they asked you? You're black. I'm black. They know they can't come to me as white boys, but like, hey, bro, come on, let's do Diddy frat boy shit. It's like you're not even realizing this shit's deeper than what you think. I'm not.
So here, Dave Bluntz, who had previously appeared on a PlaqueBoyMax stream and in the booth, he was invited to come back for a FaZe Christmas stream, and they wanted him to play Santa Claus. And they urged PlaqueBoyMax to invite him, and they said that they wanted to play Diddy games, which is crazy to say at the time. Granted, keep in mind, when this was going on, Diddy's trial had not started. So we thought Diddy games was a lot crazier than it is. Granted, what Diddy was doing is still crazier than we all could have imagined, but it's not as crazy as the accusations initially were, especially with that disgusting Lil Rod lawsuit that you got clowns like Candace Owens citing as if it has any validity to it whatsoever. It's really kind of crazy when you know what's going on with something, and then you see someone from a different side of the internet, you could say, talking about it, and you know it's complete BS, and you think, whoa, is this what genuine experts feel like when people claim to know how to heal cancer by like rubbing avocado oil on your chest like it's Vicks, or it's like something Dr. Sebi would say? I guess that's the frustration that they must feel. And then you get it and you're like, whoa, no wonder why they're so against those kooks just saying random stuff. I remember when NLE Choppa was saying he had BBL cream. That was so funny. So perhaps Dave Bluntz, when he was talking about it, maybe PlaqueBoyMax started looking at it like, am I being used in this way? Which I don't think that was the case. I don't think FaZe put PlaqueBoyMax in any type of situation that compromised him, and I don't think he would allow that to happen. If there was anybody I would say that would be the most sensitive to that, it would be Silky. I think Silky's less willing to go into something that's embarrassing or he wouldn't align with than Max. I think Max is more so like flexible with certain things, not flexible like the zesty type of definition of flexible. Flexible as in willing to, explore more things. Dude, even no matter what way you try to say it, it still comes out kind of sounding zesty. Explore. What the hell? But the problem is right now with a group like FaZe is this could be the toppling domino because it's just going to fragment. The only reason groups can exist and people can be invested in them is if the people within the group are actively together, collaborating and doing stuff. It could be digital, sure, and a lot of it starts as digital and then they go in real life. But like I said, for example, PlaqueBoyMax, he's gone now. YourRage, he's in Florida. Silky, he might leave and go to New York. Jason the Ween, he kind of does a lot of the stuff on his own, like solo. And then you've got Ronaldo and Lacey who do a bunch of stuff together. Kason, I think he does some stuff with them. I know I'm forgetting some member right now, but it is what it is. But I'm saying if Silky goes to New York, they're really not going to collaborate that much. These guys aren't gaming streamers for the most part. They're not really desktop streamers like that. So that leaves, Stable, Ronaldo, and Lacey. And then maybe like they're like, yo, it's just us two now. Now it just becomes a duo. And then if people aren't actively doing content with each other, the group just dies. It's just people just won't associate it as a group. It's a group by title, but not by activity. It's like when the Migos were trying to recreate the feeling for Culture 3. It's like, yo, you guys just spent 2 years being solo artists, doing your own thing. We saw you guys come up together. We saw you guys get in fights together, get arrested together. Every single time we saw you, it was together. So if you want to restore the feeling of a group, you guys have to be together all the time. And that may be difficult because they each had their own relationships and stuff like that and their own careers. They obviously made a ton more money solo, but people don't believe you're a group if you just do music together. Like, it has to be more than the music. And it goes back to good music, for instance, like early 2010s, good music. You saw Big Sean, 2 Chainz, Ye. These guys were all together. And who else? Pusha T even. Now, not everybody was signed to Good Music, but Good Music was a crew. You had Good Fridays. We saw them, paparazzi pics of them together. We saw photos of them in the studio. We saw them working together when Ye and Jay were doing Watch the Throne. It's more than just a title of like, yo, this is the throne. It's just me and Jay. Well, if we haven't seen you and Jay together in a year or two, is it really still the throne or is it just Jay and Ye? And that's why I think PlaqueBoyMax, if Silky does end up going to the other side of the coast, now you've got fragments. I think it might be the first of a couple of dominoes, and it may be a slow effect for it to spread before FaZe doesn't die, but the feeling that they had falls apart. But let me know what y'all think about that in the comments. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed, and I'm gonna see y'all in the next one.